People, and welcome to another episode of Kicking It Back with the one, the only Yaya Chino Filachi coming to you live today from Gold Coast, Australia. Today we're just going to be talking about Marcus Rashford versus Vinicius Jr. Who's the better player? Who's more consistent this season? Who's more pivotal to what their team's doing this season? Who's the better player overall? Who has been more consistent over the last couple of years? We're just bringing it all to you today and kicking it back with Yaya. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. And also continue to send me comments and continue to send me ideas of videos on my social media and even in the comments under this video. Also, don't forget to help me get to 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible so we can continue bringing you great content going forward. Many of you may be wondering, oh, how come Yaya hasn't brought out videos in the last couple of days? Well, I've just been on set for a few commercials. As you know, I'm chasing this acting dream. And it's just been a bit to get these videos out to you guys. But don't worry, I'm finding a better way so I can continue bringing you this great content. So let's jump into it right away. You see, sometimes, even for the last year or two, you hear Manchester United fans talking about Marcus Rashford. They're like, oh, Marcus Rashford, when you saw the rumors about PSG, they were like, oh, Marcus Rashford, get him out of here. Marcus Rashford, he can go to PSG. He's dog shite. All these things. And it's funny because not a season before the 2021-22 season. So 2020-21 season, 2019-2020 season, Marcus Rashford scored 20 plus goals in the season and had over 10 assists in each season, which means he had over 30 plus goal involvements in both seasons. Now, last season, not only has the guy had a broken back, he hasn't had any rest from since he started playing at that level, since on the Louis van Gaal. He's been picked for England every time. He's gone to the Euros, he's gone to the World Cup. He has had a very clustered, a very demanding season every season in his small tenure as a professional. Let's not forget this guy is only 25 years old this year. So it's not like he's like 28 or he's at his peak. He is actually just touching what we said to be peak years. Now, when you hear all that rumors and all that noise behind Marcus Rashford, who they're like, oh, focus on what's going on the field. Why you not focus on the field? You focus more about helping people off the field. As a professional, as a role model, all these things come into hand when you are a young man who sees a problem and wants to attack it in the world. Not because you're a professional athlete means that you're not a human being. It actually more stands that you are a human being and you should be trying to fight more for changes in the world than just on the field. Because soccer players and professional athletes, they are role models to a lot of young people, even adults who are older than Marcus Rashford. Every weekend look forward to seeing Marcus Rashford on the field for their mental health, for their happiness. Some of them have long work days, and some of them are so happy just to go home and watch Marcus Rashford play football. Now, you can't criticize a young man for having a broken back, still helping people, still helping his family, the people around him, even trying to change issues in the world and doing well and not doing well on the field. Anyone who has a broken back for me or any life-threatening injury, they deserve another chance for me. And that is exactly what I gave him, and that is exactly what he took, and that is exactly what he's doing right now. He's actually now showing how great of a footballer he is. And now the world can see Marcus Rashford for Marcus Rashford. When you look at these stats, again I say age 25, He has played 44 games in this season. 27 goals, 9 assists, big chances created 8, unexpected goals per minute 122. Now let me explain big chances created so y'all understand this criteria. So big chances created is not him just creating chances. Him if when is a big chance created, this means that you have allowed or put your teammate into an area where the only decision that they need to be made is a goal scoring opportunity. So it's not like, for instance, if he plays Bruno Fernandes or any of his other teammates in, and they have to take on a player or they have to stop, change direction, and then try to create a chance, that isn't a big chance created. A big chance created would be him passing the ball across the face of the goal, playing them in on a one-on-one, playing them in on goal, not only on a one-on-one, but even in an opportunity where they can just score a goal or affect the game by scoring a goal. So that is a big chance created. Now, lots of players create half chances. Lots of you hear that terminology called half chances, and lots of players create chances, but they don't create big chances every game. And that's not their fault, because at the end of the day, a big chance created usually leads to a goal or an assist, where then you get that statistic instead of them saying a big chance. So there is a bit of an understanding when it comes to football that we have to understand that these small words have bigger meanings. So he has created 8 big chances this season. If you look at lots of players' statistics, even compared to Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes, those are the only players, Martin Odegaard, in Europe at the moment that are hitting those levels of creating big chances per game. And these guys are creating multiple big chances for their teams per game. And that is their job. They are creative, attacking midfielders. You understand? Or central attacking midfielders. So that is their job. As a winger, his job is to be on the end product, the finished article, the ending to that move or that football move, you know? So when we look at Marcus Rashford now, look at the heights that he's hitting. He's already over 35 plus goals involvement for the season. He's already past the mark he has ever hit in his career. So that shows improvement. Also, it shows that he's a better footballer on the field. Watching Marcus Rashford this season, it shows he is taking on the mantle of being a star. He's taking on that mantle of trying to be the main guy for his club. And you couldn't really say that as much as Marcus Rashford for all these years, except this season. And that just shows his maturity as a young man on and off the field. His mental awareness, his football awareness, his technical abilities, even how many players he's willing to take on. Every time he gets the ball now, he makes smarter decisions. It's not just putting his head down and using his speed. Now he understands how to slow down, speed up. Now he finishes better. It's not this erratic, I just need to hit the ball as hard as I can and hope to score. He's actually created less chances this season and scored more goals than previous seasons. So that just shows how efficient and how better he has gotten scoring, finishing, how better he reads the game now. So it shows. It is starting to show. And I'm so happy to watch a young man who has had a difficult season, who has had a bad injury and is coming back to his best form or even better form, because that only motivates me as a footballer as well to actually make that step and know that there's always room for improvement. You can always be better. You can always be greater, no matter the circumstance, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much the situation or the obstacles or everything is against you. There's always room for improvement. Now, let's look at Vinicius Jr., who is also on the other end of the stick in terms of improving every year, getting better every year, being a part of a great team where this guy came from Brazil and everyone wondered what was Real Madrid doing with this guy. But every year since, or even in the latter part of that first season, he started to improve. He started to show levels of maturity. He started to understand his role as a player in Real Madrid team. And you have to give it to Carlo Ancelotti, who actually took this young man, because let's not forget, he is a very young man. And Carlo Ancelotti took him on his wing like his son and said, look, I'm going to make you into one of the best. Same thing Ten Hag did with Marcus Rashford. I remember Ten Hag's first interview when they asked him about Marcus Rashford. He said, with the right focus, with the work ethic, this guy can be one of the best in the world. And he's showing it right now. And it just shows that a little motivation from a coach, a little belief, a little, you can do so much as a player. That little bit of belief. Because football is a game of momentum. You just need a little bit of momentum, a little bit of belief, and you can do magic. And that's the lovely part about this sport. So back to Vinicius Jr. Now this season he has 19 goals, 11 assists, 5 big chances created, and a goal every 190 minutes, which means every 2 games he's scoring a goal, in which not as good as Marcus Rashford, who is scoring a goal every roughly a game and a half, I would say. So you can say per game he's scoring a goal. And now you see Vinicius Jr. scoring roughly just over a goal every 2 games. So these young men have not only have they took up the the mantle of bettering how many goals they score per game, bettering their goals average per game, also improving in the way they play, their maturity, the way they finish. They also, this young man, Vinicius Jr., also has took upon the mantle this season. Now he is Real Madrid's top goal scorer this season. So is Marcus Rashford for Man United. So Vinicius Jr., he has improved every season. And the reason why there is a comparison between him and Marcus Rashford is because they are similar players in terms of their physical attributes. They are fast, pacey wingers. They can play across the front four, in which you can include the central attacking midfielder in terms of how the coach wants to play. They they are technically sound. Their main attribute is spinning in behind and using their space in behind. Technically, they're wonderful, and that is why we have this comparison, because these two guys are very similar players but very different in ways of Vinicius Jr. in tighter spaces. I feel he gets out and plays better in tighter spaces, but he's also very explosive when there's space. But Marcus Rashford, when there is space, there is no one better running in behind than him or Kylian Mbappe. So, yes, there are very many similarities in terms of their way of play, but also in terms of their technical attributes. The Brazilian just have it, and that's just their nature. So, who do I think is a better player? Okay, so Vinicius Jr. has been playing in bigger moments more than Marcus Rashford. When I say that, I mean he's won the Champions League, he's won La Liga, he's won Club World Cup, he's won Super Cup. So he's won bigger trophies, and he's been very pivotal and important to those trophies. It's not like he was just coming off the bench making an impact. He was playing every game, 90 minutes, scoring goals, getting assists, being the biggest threat on the field, sometimes even more than Benzema. But Benzema is just that finished product where he just put the ball in the back of the net, one, two chances given. So he has that bit of an aura around him where single-handedly he could win Real Madrid a game by just having moments. But Vinicius Jr. consistently has been getting better, consistently has been part of these great teams, and that is why, for me, I would say he has had better moments, more pivotal moments towards his career. But with Marcus Rashford, you can say also he is also pivotal to what United has been doing for years now. He has been the top goal scorer at the club for the last couple of years now, except last season, which was just a bit of a blip. He's improved every season. This season, he is probably even being depended on a lot more than Vinicius Jr. in terms of he has 27 goals to Vinicius Jr. 19. Benzema has 15 goals, and Manchester United's next top goal scorer is Bruno Fernandes with 10 goals. Then you have Marcus Rashford leading the charts with the second most assists. So there's a 17 goal difference between Manchester United's first goal scorer, top goal scorer, which is Marcus Rashford with 27, and then Bruno Fernandes with 10. Then you have Anthony with 7, and I think Valverde has like 12 for Real Madrid. So then you can see that there are more people hitting double figures already for Real Madrid than they are at Man United. But yet still Man United is competing for a few trophies. They're in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. They're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. They have already won the La Liga, they have already won the Carabao Cup. But Vinicius Jr. has won the La Liga. Marcus Rashford hasn't won the Premier League. Vinicius Jr. has won the Champions League. Marcus Rashford hasn't even been a part of. He has been a part of he's won the Europa League. So they are major trophies that create this argument for who is better. But in terms of this season, who is having a better season, who is more pivotal to what their team is doing, both players are, don't get me wrong, but Marcus Rashford just edges Vinicius for me because he is taking on that mantle. He is the reason why his team is where his team is. Every game, he is the main focus of what his team is doing. If you stop Marcus Rashford, you stop Manchester United. If you stop Vinicius Jr., you don't really stop Real Madrid. They have too much coming at you. So there is massive dependency on one than the other. That's not any of their fault, but that also brings out the best in one and also allows the one to perform at the level he does because he does not have so much pressure. So there are just a few things that happens in the footballing structure that gives Marcus Rashford the edge this season. Now, who do I think is a better player overall? I think based on how these players have had, Marcus Rashford has had more seasons scoring more goals. I would give Marcus Rashford the edge just because he has performed more times consistently at a high level, at the level in which he can perform. But Vinicius Jr. has won more major trophies, has played in bigger moments than Marcus Rashford. So there's pros and cons for each, and there's pros and cons for each other's argument. So let me know what y'all think about who's the better player. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Don't forget to also continue to send me news and send me direct messages about content that you would like to see. We have a video coming up about Kylian Mbappe versus Erling Haaland, which is going to be a very good one because, in my opinion, the best two players in the world at the moment. Also, we're going to be bringing out a video of the top five managers in the Premier League because that league is full of quality managers. And we're also just going to be bringing you a little bit of recap and also a lot more videos that you would like to see. So you send me the messages so I can create the content for you guys as we continue to get to this 1,000 subscribers. And we also try to get to continue to bring you out great content going forward. Remember, no dream is unattainable, unachievable. It's just about how hard you work. So keep working hard, keep following your dreams, and we'll get back to you in the next one. Ciao.